Hello, welcome to the News at Gen for Wednesday, October 9th, 2020. It's Leif Erikson Day, which is pretty neat because he wasn't Columbus. Columbus just killed, raped, and enslaved a lot of people. True story.
Fun fact, Columbus is in the bad place because of all the raping, slave trade, and genocide.
It's also National Pro-Life Cupcake Day, a holiday for malicious killjoys to bring in cupcakes to work or school and then bring up abortion. It's a real thing that exists. In related news, the other day we learned that the treatment that Donald Trump got, named Regeneron, involves fetal tissue derived from abortions. Then it was also noted that he was on the antiviral drug remdesivir, which was tested on fetal tissue derived from abortions. Then we were reminded that June of last year, the administration suspended federal funding for most new scientific research involving fetal tissue derived from abortions. Then Donald Trump promised senior citizens that these treatments for COVID-19, again made possible with fetal tissues from abortions, would be free. In unrelated news, the United States Department of Irony has exploded, leaving 6 dead and spewing millions of sarcastic statements that could be also misread as truth. Not only that, but the last few days have been basically wild. There was a vice presidential debate that featured a rare moment of bipartisanship. A fly landed on the vice president's head, and everyone thought that was pretty funny. Besides Pence's head attracting bugs, we learned nothing from the 90-minute debate. Now, I don't want to both sides this, but how about this? Neither side said anything of substance. But about 2 minutes into the debate, President Trump, seen here with at least 3 years' worth of Sunday Funny papers, didn't like people not thinking about him, so he continued to spiral into a steroid-infused delirium. So since that time through today, he's called on his political opponents to be jailed, he's insulted loyal cabinet members, and he called the Democratic VP candidate a monster. All told, normal behavior for a president. Also, yesterday, the FBI arrested a bunch of people for a kidnapping plot against the governor of Michigan, Gretchen Whitmer, with plans to take her and try her for treason, which I am told by legal counsel that this is the opposite of how treason works generally. They claim it was for freedom because Whitmer imposed several executive orders during the pandemic. This is far less treasonous than wearing a coat indoors, though. You're from Michigan, Gretchen. Toughen up. Again, because Trump wasn't happy to give up the spotlight, he said that he was upset that Whitmer didn't thank him personally for other people doing their job. Now there's another hurricane named Delta heading towards the coast. Trump has signaled to the Delta Faucet Company that while he wanted high-pressure showers, that he wasn't quite meaning that. But with everything going on, it's sometimes hard to remember the long view, the breakout single from Green Day's Dookie album that put them on the map culturally. But also, it's hard to remember the bigger scope of humanity. It's constantly changing, and we're evolving. Australian researchers have mapped some ongoing natural selection. Fewer people than ever are being born with wisdom teeth, our faces have gotten smaller, yours truly obviously accepted, and more people have an artery in their forearm that supplies blood to their hands. Not to mention that babies now seem to have more bones in their legs and feet. Pretty neat. However, the Creationism Institute disagrees with the findings, and they say we have not evolved. They insisted that the new changes were due to a compound in the water they call God did it. God did it is an odorless and tasteless substance that's just kind of everywhere. You can't test for it, so you just gotta take their word. And finally, it's Friday. I've got to go to work on my novel and do yard work this weekend. I hope you have a great weekend planned. I really do. We here at the News at Gen want to give a special shout out to the downvoters. Thanks for your engagement. This show is basically created in 3 hours. The script, the shoot, the edit, and the staff, and the News at Gen is myself and 6 hungry badgers etching comedy bits into chicken wire. Then I let my aging laptop render for an hour, and then I can upload it. So if you want me to extend these segments, improve my equipment, and therefore my workflow, or if you want me to cover something specific, you can help by joining my Patreon like the fine people scrolling by right now. So remember to like, subscribe, ring that bell, I guess, and remember, I love you.